Okay. Okay, welcome back to This Could Be a Podcast. As you can see, we have or I guess if you're watching this online, you can't see, but we don't have any special guests today. It's just me and Jen. And today we're talking about relationships.
Yes. So I'm kind of taking the lead on this one because it's fun and it's my turn.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's just fun.
It's all about me. No.
It's about me.
Also, thank you for those who've tuned in to the last episode, which we've received so much love and
support. A lot of support.
Yeah. And so now we are actually on Apple Podcasts, so feel free to leave us a review. Give us 5 stars if you think we deserve it. It helps us out.
And we should, in theory, be on YouTube as well. At least the video will be on YouTube and Spotify. So if you want to see if we point to things or whatever in the video, and you're curious about that, and you're listening on Apple Podcasts, get your shit together. Get on YouTube.
Watch us. We have a beautiful set now.
Yeah, we've got a nice set.
Awesome. We've got some lights. We've got some plants, some greenery around us.
Yeah, we've got a candle in like a lantern type thing, and you can see what we're drinking as well.
Yes. What is your drink of choice?
Let me tell you, it's a selection, half sweet. It's selected by Jumbo.
Very nice.
It's from the European Union.
The whole of the European Union.
That's literally what it says. It actually says wine out of the European Union.
11% as well. I like
11%,
yeah.
Indeed.
I'm drinking Radlers because I'm hungover.
I really honestly feel like Radlers are like the hangover drink.
No, yeah, for sure.
Like if you want to be social and like hang out with people, you like, and you want to drink as well, but you don't want to like
you don't want to get drunk.
Like you don't want to drink, but you want to have something. Like you want to be there.
Yeah.
I feel like Radlers are the way to go.
I want to have fun. This is a drinking podcast after all, so.
Yeah, it is a drinking podcast.
And I'm sure it'll hit me very quickly this time.
Really?
Due to the hangover.
Really?
Yeah.
The Radlers?
The hangover was so bad, like, I could barely get food down. I was just like, ugh, don't like it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that was me like a couple days ago as well. It's like, usually I'm used to like my hangovers expiring within like 5 hours of me waking up.
Yeah.
Like from waking up, I count it. Not anymore, man. Now it's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's really strange.
My hangovers last forever now, it feels like. Like I'm still very hungover, and I woke up at like 8 this morning.
The last time I even had a headache, that lasted 2 days. Like 2 days after I had like a drink.
Talk about getting old.
Yeah, talk about getting old. My gosh.
I mean, we're really not that old. We've said before, we're 21. We're not.
We spoke about that in the old one, but
yeah,
in drinking age.
It's just downhill from here.
Yeah, from here, there's going to be no more recoveries from here, man. It's going to be all downhill.
So as we said, we're going to be talking about relationships. So you're in a relationship currently with Nicole. How long have you guys been together?
We've been together now, I think we crossed 2 years like in May. So
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while already. It's like 2 years and 4 months. I think it's about right.
You guys are very cute together. I love how you met.
Yeah.
Care to share?
Real scandalous. I mean, I think the way most people meet nowadays, right?
Yeah, social media.
Yeah.
Well, it was a dating app. It was
specifically Tinder.
Yeah. Shout out Tinder.
Yeah, shout out Tinder.
Here we are in your house that you share together. Mm-hmm. So
it's crazy.
Shout out.
It's crazy how things kind of progress, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, just like, okay, I guess this is deviating a little bit from dating, but I mean, just like in terms of how like things can form or come together. It's like the most random. Yeah. Coincidences sometimes.
I feel like when you meet people and it's not like planned, if you know what I mean, and it's just you might meet them at school or it's just you guys are in the same environment. I feel like that's a really nice way of meeting. It feels very organic. But I've dated someone who I met on a dating app.
Only once?
Yeah.
Like yeah, okay.
We dated for like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Interesting.
Was it Tinder as well, or?
It was Tinder, yeah, because it was over 2 years ago now. So
okay, I mean, like I guess over like I mean, yeah, Tinder only really started getting like a lot of like mainstream competition like recently, right?
Yeah, so there's Bumble, there's
Mm-hmm.
Hinge. I personally prefer Hinge.
Yeah,
Because the concept
I've
of Bumble is
I've
very
never
strange.
used, and there was also Hot or Not,
Yeah,
which used to
that
be
was
kind
ages
of
ago.
questionable.
Yeah.
Like there was a time when you had like a hot rating out of 10.
Yeah.
Like it's actually kind of bad.
It's
like,
super toxic.
Like that, I don't think that would fly nowadays.
It's like that Black Mirror episode where you go around rating people. I can't remember what it's called.
I don't think I've watched that one.
It's based on like in the future, and you have an app, and with each interaction you have with someone, you rate them. You rate that experience, and then so it was saying like you can live in certain neighborhoods if you have a certain rating.
Okay, that's a yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to watch that one.
So it's really good, really
wow,
good.
Okay.
Yeah, but the reason I don't like Bumble is because the woman messages first. And while that sounds like a great idea, if you're matching with someone, you intend to speak to them. So why should the woman message first? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the idea behind it is to stop this thing that kind of happens, which is you have on both sides, guys and girls, people who just like only swipe right or whatever, like constantly.
Yeah.
I guess the idea is that, okay, you only swipe right on people who you actually want to talk to, not just randomly. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe.
But so say what's also annoying is that you have to message them within 24 hours of matching them. So I don't spend all my time on the apps. So say if tonight I went on and I swiped right on someone, which to show that I liked them. Yeah. And then they're not on it right away, so they don't see me, so we don't match right away. But then so say tomorrow he swiped right on me, we match, I then have 24 hours to get back on the app.
I mean, I guess the problem is kind of like, what if you have like, okay, here's a scenario. Let's say you match with someone at, let's say, 6 a.m. Yeah. Right? A weird time. You match at like 6 a.m. You have a really busy day. You can't really check your phone. Yeah. It's kind of a problem. Yeah. So you spend the whole day working, whatever, doing whatever you're doing. You don't check your phone once. Maybe you go home and check your emails. I feel like I'm talking like I'm like 50 or something.
We're so busy.
But whatever. Let's say I'm not specifically saying us. I just mean in any kind of situation where this might happen. You go home and you just fall asleep right away. Yeah. And you sleep in till like 9, and you wake up and you check your phone or whatever. You're like, oh fuck, I just totally like passed out last night. And you're like, oh, like would you even know that you missed a match? Does it tell you?
I think it tells you.
Or would you just have no idea that this ever happened?
It tells you at the top that it expired. Oh,
and let me guess that you can pay or something.
Exactly. To bring it back.
Of course.
It's a very clever way of doing it, but it's also like, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be on the app 24/7 making sure this one guy matches me. You know? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was already wondering. Like, I bet they have like, because like on Tinder you can like Oh, you can like boost your profile. Yeah, you can like boost your profile and also see like people who have like swiped right on you and stuff like that. Yeah, no, it's interesting. It's funny how like a few years ago, like 10 years ago, if you told someone that you'd met someone online, it was quite taboo. It was really taboo, right? You're right. Like literally like not long at all ago. Yeah. Like, just like a couple of years ago. It's like you have to be even sooner than 10 years ago. Like oh, I mean, for sure. I think even like in 2015 it was a little bit scandalous. Still, yeah. Right? It's like it's really only been quite a recent thing where it's like, oh, you met on Tinder. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, it's quite normal. But also I've seen on Tinder when I've used it previously that some people have in their bios like, oh, how should we tell our kids that we met? Because we're not saying it's on Tinder. I mean, I guess that can't be there anymore, right? Or like still nowadays, or like. I guess so. I mean, I don't use Tinder anymore. I actually have a really funny story about that. Why I don't use Tinder anymore. Well, let her rip. Because I got out of my long-term relationship in like early January. And I was like, I'm gonna go on Tinder. I'm just gonna talk to a bunch of people, like whatever. So I'm like swiping right on people, and then I was like, it's actually been like over a week since I've had someone match me, which I was like, that's pretty strange, because usually you can get like 1 or 2 a day, you know? more or less, depending on who you are,
I remember
what your bio
Sabina
is
told me
like.
that she had like 160 in one day.
Yeah.
Something crazy like that.
Yeah, but she's the type that just swipes right all the time. But so I was like, oh, this is really strange. Kind of a bummer, means I can't use it. I'm not receiving messages or anything. And the way I tested it was, so on Tinder, if you can super like someone, and so then you know that they've matched you. Mm-hmm. And when you swipe right, it automatically goes into your matches.
Okay.
And so you know. So I would get like a super like, and I was like, okay, I'm going to see like if it's the app or if like I'm just not getting any matches.
Okay.
And I swiped right and it just like disappeared. Like,
I actually had trouble with that as well. Like, I noticed that for some reason that I was not seeing everyone in my area. For sure. Not even close.
Yeah.
Like I saw like 10 people and I'd run out of people to swipe right on. I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's more than like 10 people in Groningen around my age who are like using Tinder. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But
and like I would fuck around with the settings, like change the distance, change the age and stuff, change it back, like turn off age. Okay, well not turn off, but like make it as low as possible.
65, baby.
25.
And so basically I got drunk one night with my sister and was like, my Tinder's broken, like I don't like Bumble, I'm gonna email them. So I sent them an email. You actually
emailed
I was
them.
drunk and I was like,
man.
I miss like the game of Tinder, because it is a game at that point.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It has very much like game-like aspects to it, for sure.
So I sent them an email. I was like, I'm not getting any matches. It's been over 2 weeks. It's not me. It's your app. There's a problem. How do I fix it? They replied that same night. And
nobody
they were like,
likes you, bitch.
No, it was
Don't email me.
Well, here, that's the thing. It was an automated message that was like, try changing your bio up and switching some pictures up. And I'm like, that's you telling me that I'm ugly.
Oh, what fucking savages, dude.
So I was like so I was still drunk and I emailed back and I was like, no, it's ridiculous. And I sent them a screen recording of me swiping right on a super like, so then it should like go into my matches, and it doesn't. No response.
They're just
they probably thought I was insane.
They're just like,
I was like, help a girl out, Jen, kiss. Like, it was like I was sending a text to my mate or something. So funny. But yeah, so that's why I don't use Tinder, because it's broken.
It is genuinely fucking broken. That's the thing. It is actually broken. And I think even like on like the Android store, like the rating of it has gone down like a lot, like significantly.
I feel like no one even looks at the app anymore and goes like, oh, we should do some bug fixes and stuff. They just like, we'll leave it. It's making
feels
money.
like it just left it like how it is, exactly the same.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, it hasn't changed.
The thing is, like, if it's making money, you want to put at least like the least amount of effort as possible. If it's earning a lot of money, right?
Sure.
Work on other stuff. I mean, like if it's just if you can get away with it and it's earning you money, then
exactly. Why not? You know.
Tinder is an interesting place.
Do you have any bad Tinder dates? Bad experiences?
Bad experiences? I mean, a couple, but like they're kind of negligible. Like, one time, I think I misspelled something in my Tinder bio, and one of the people who I matched with told me, and I was like, okay, cool. And I didn't change it because I was doing other things, and then she texted me again, and she was like, you haven't changed it.
What?
Like, okay.
It's like, all right. Sorry,
like,
editor.
Relax. Don't need to be like.
I'll get around to
I also
it.
had this thing where I kept matching with the same girl over and over again.
Oh, I have that all the time.
And like we'd have this conversation, and it was clearly not going anywhere. So I would just unmatch, right? Just whatever. Yeah. Then I'd match with her again, and I'm like, hi? Didn't we like match before?
Yeah, but that's why you don't unmatch.
But like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But you can see them again.
Yeah.
Like you would expect that if you purposefully got unmatched or unmatched with someone, that you don't want to see each other again, right? That's the whole point.
Maybe the creators saw it as like a wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. Like maybe it'll change.
I think it just kept happening. Like I swear we matched like 4 times, and every time I'm just like, at some point I just like because she would change her like profile picture slightly, and like if I'm just like speed swiping on Instagram or whatever, at some point I began to become very aware of like who I was swiping. I was like, oh, caught you. Nope.
Yeah, it's
but
funny.
She would still reappear later again. Is it a bot? Maybe it was a bot or something. I don't know. It could be like a bot. No, I would assume.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, they are on Tinder, but there are bots, like, for sure.
Oh, I know. I totally like I was talking to someone and I was like they just looked fake, you know, and they have like they're super rich, like they look just perfect, and their bio something like
the telltale signs
like
of something sketchy.
For a soulmate or something. You're like, this is not a real person, and I was just like, oh, I don't know, like, do I talk to you? Like, I don't know, like, because it might not be. And then it was like we were messaging, and it just like the messages like went like proper responses. You know, it's like,
I see. So
oh, like, how are you doing today? And it's like, good, thanks for asking. How are you? And I'm like, I'm good. It's good that you're good or whatever. And then they're just like, I'm good. How are you? It's like, okay,
yeah, that's the bot.
This is botched.
I did have a couple of bad Tinder drunk experiences. Where like sometimes I would like go out or whatever, and like I would come home and I'm in bed and I'm not like, I've got the spins, right? So I can't sleep.
Yeah.
So I was just lying there and I was like, okay, just start swiping.
Yeah.
And I would wake up in the morning and I matched with people who like I would like never swipe right on.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, and the thing is that I'm like, I feel some degree of like, I don't know, social pressure to like be like, hey, sorry, this is an accident. I know I could just unmatch.
What?
I don't know. I just felt bad. I was like.
Well, you're like, hey, sorry, I didn't mean to match you. You're an ugly bitch.
I don't think. I think because they would sometimes say hi, or something like that, or like, hi Peter, how are you doing, or something like that, and I'm like.
You're like, did you actually tell them like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and
I don't think so, but I don't think I actually did. But there was a long, like, I would spend like 10 minutes sitting there like, do I say something? Because I have to put myself in that situation, right? And I'm like, oh, this person that I like matched with me, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm excited, whatever.
Yeah.
So and I'm like, would I really like to just be like unmatched without a word?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't know them.
Maybe I think I thought a little. I think I looked a little bit too deep. Maybe I'm a bit too nice. I looked a little bit too deep into it, but I think in the end I did just unmatch.
Yeah.
You know, but
I never.
It really was people. Like a bit of like a moral dilemma. I was sitting there and I was like,
yeah, you're like, oh, to tell or not to tell. Like, how would you even like make that message?
I don't know,
just
dude.
like,
just like,
hey,
hey, sorry, didn't mean to match with you. Hey girl, I think it's worse. Actually, looking back at it, I think it's worse if you say I didn't mean to match with you. Like, I don't like you. You know, you're not good enough.
That is worse.
That is
awful.
definitely worse.
Like,
right?
that would be way worse than someone just unmatching me. It kind of sounds like someone peeing.
I mean, a little bit, but that's the goals, right?
Yeah. Do you remember like your very first crush?
My very first crush ever, or like on Tinder? Ever. Yes, distinctly. Distinctly.
Do tell.
What
was she like?
The thing is that I had this period where I was crushing on 2 different people at the same time.
Oh yeah, I did that all the time.
And the thing is, I was not very flattering when I was young. I mean, even now it's like questionable, but back then it was.
Don't put yourself down.
It was really. But when I was younger, ooh baby, it was rough. I was not flattering, so like there was no chance, no hope in hell at all.
Oh well.
But yeah, there were 2. One was this brunette girl, and the other one was blonde, I think.
Oh.
Something like that. Yeah.
You couldn't choose.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, like I was hopeless anyway, so I was like, well, might as well crush on 2, I guess. You know?
Might as well.
Might as well, dog.
You know?
might as well, dog.
My first crush was when I was in like preschool, like in nursery.
Early?
Yeah, I was obsessed with this
bitch,
guy.
you started early.
I was obsessed with this guy. I was convinced we were gonna get married.
Already?
He was called Dominic. He was
Dominic.
Like,
I need to know Dominic.
I was obsessed with him. He was blonde, blue-eyed, and I'd get mad at girls if they spoke to him. I was so protective of him.
Actually,
and I was like 4, and I was like, "That's my husband." And there's some really awkward footage of when it's like sports day, And then you do, like, you know, like egg and spoon race and whatever. And then we had like face painting and
like
stuff.
when you have the egg in the spoon, you have to like skadoodle like across. Yeah.
And so we're like sitting on the field, like waiting for our turn to race.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like slowly scooching closer to him, like trying to be like inconspicuous, but it wasn't at all. And I'm just like basically sat on his lap, and my parents, like, you could just hear them in the background being like, oh, this will be so funny when they're older, ha ha ha. And I'm like,
but it won't be.
It won't.
But it won't be, Bo.
And like, there was like another point where we were getting our face painted. I'd finished, and then he was still getting his done. He was a tiger, I was a bunny. And my mum's
the
like...
perfect match.
I know.
The perfect connection.
I know, it's like just so perfect. And so my mum was like recording me and was like, go stand by Dominic, go stand by him. And so like I go over and I awkwardly shuffle next to him, and then I move closer, and then I slowly
Your
put
mom
my arm
was
around
encouraging
him.
this. Was she encouraging
It's
this?
just little like puppy love. I didn't know what I was doing at all.
I guess it's like better to learn about heartbreak earlier on, because I'm assuming
he moved to Australia.
Oh, you must have been devastated.
I remember being upset, and I was like, my husband's left me.
Oh,
I don't even know
been
if it
abandoned.
was mutual. I don't know if he liked me back, but I was obsessed with this guy.
I mean, yeah. How old were you? You said preschool.
I was like 4 or 5.
Wow. Okay, that's really early.
I
think when I was 4 or 5, I was still at the stage where I found girls like disgusting.
Yeah.
I can imagine he was as well. I think he was in the same stage as well. Like the ew, I don't like girls. Ew. Yucky, cooties.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. I wasn't bothered. I just wanted him to love me.
Love me.
But he would like go to Australia quite often. He would bring me back presents. But I'm pretty sure it was his mum doing it. And then, and then was like, oh, it's from Dominic. And I was like, oh my god. He got me a little koala. He loves me too. I love how I'm like blushing thinking about it.
Actually?
I haven't gotten over it, clearly.
Well, you know what they say, right? The first love always hurts the most, right? Like the first love is always going to stick with you the longest.
My first love, it wasn't Dominic. It was when I was older.
Sorry, Dominic. If somehow, some way you found this on the internet.
I don't even know his last name, like...
Just Dominic.
If you find
it's just Dominic. That's his name.
If you're a blonde Dominic,
Dominic from Australia. We're sorry.
I love you.
I like how it's Australia, not like Perth or like whatever, but just
I was
specific.
Like 4 or 5, you know, like what was
Australia
I supposed to know
place.
the Australian like locations at age 4 and 5?
Do you know it now?
I didn't even know where I lived in England at that point.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
You know, like there's no way. I probably didn't even know about it as a country.
Okay, but your first love.
My first love. A bit unfortunate, actually. It was high school. We were dating, like
high school,
on and off.
Was it someone in your school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was just bad timing. Like we were both very like toxic to each other. Like we were both.
How old were you roughly?
Age 15 to 18, something like that. And we were like on and off all the time, and it was very like like very childish and very like, you can't see other people, like don't talk to like other like people at all.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So toxic, but I feel like everyone's like first relationship is very much
toxic,
like that,
dude.
especially in
mine
high
was
school.
Exactly like that. It was so fucking toxic on both sides. It was so toxic.
Exactly.
Like I was also like, oh, like you're spending too much time on your friends, not enough on me, and stuff like that. And then she was like, yeah, you can't eat meat anymore. You have to be a full vegetarian. What? I did it. Yeah, I did it. I did it.
Exactly.
Like I did it, but like
it was
so like looking back at it, I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my god, I should not have ever like that poor girl. But then I'm like, also poor me. Like it was also bad. Like
equally
it was bad
damaging.
on both sides.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? Like I think when like at the time you're like, oh my god, you know, I'm gonna be with this person forever. Yeah. It's gonna be forever, whatever. Mm-hmm. And looking back at it, it's like there was not a chance, dude. Like we barely had anything in common and anything as well. Like I don't know. It's so weird looking at it in retrospect. And then you have people around you telling you like, yeah, maybe this isn't the best idea or whatever. And my friends did not like her at all.
Oh, my friends hated
My mom didn't really like her that much either. But I was
my parents didn't like her.
But I was like, no, like, dude, like, you just have to like get to know her better or whatever.
Yeah.
I even actually like abandoned. Okay, well, not abandoned, but I really like neglected my friend as a result of it as well, right? Because you're so like into it. It's so crazy, dude. Like looking back at it, I'm cringing so hard because I'm like, oh man,
I know, it's
so
cringe.
stupid.
Like the person I was, like I'm so different in relationships now. Like I'm very laid back about it. Like I'm like, if you want to spend time with me, cool.
That's the thing, right?
You.
It's like I think the thing that you don't understand when you're younger, or like if you're in that kind of relationship, is that it's important to kind of have your own time and to make sure that your partner also has their own time. You kind of have to ensure a balance.
Yeah.
It's like, because my logic was like, I have to cancel all my plans with my friends. Every weekend we have to hang out. We have to have sleepovers. We have to like always. We have to be together like at all times. I think that she got disillusioned by it. I didn't. Like I was still like all the time got to spend time together. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I was always like, if we don't see each other at least 6 times a week, then we don't love each other. And it's what is that?
Like there's this like, I guess this like fear of like, oh my god, if we don't like talk all the time, like see each other all the time, then like they're gonna leave me or whatever, or I'm gonna leave them, or it's gonna fall apart or something.
And I'm gonna be heartbroken. I mean, I was so heartbroken.
Oh dude, I got dumped 3 days before Christmas, or 2 days before Christmas. Before New Year. Sorry.
He broke up with me once 4 days before my birthday.
Was it in person though?
Yeah, it was at school. He went to school early.
I got a text, bro. I got a text, bro.
I've never been broken up with over text.
Yeah.
That sucks though.
Yeah.
It's so rude. It's like, you can't even say it to me in person.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. I've broken up with someone over text.
I was about to. I was sitting here. I was sitting here. Well, while you were saying like it's so rude, and I'm like,
I like completely forgot, but I have done it.
Yeah, I didn't do it over text. I did it over a voice message, and for some reason,
a voice note.
Yeah, and for some reason there was like a problem with the recording, so it was like cutting out like I'm sorry, break up you like that. It was like there was some kind of issue with the recording. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so unfortunate. Actually, my first boyfriend, so it wasn't the guy that I was in love with, but it was like my first boyfriend. He was called Graham, if you're listening. Oi oi. He broke up with me on
Graham,
MSN.
That's such a manly name. I'm Graham.
He's a great guy, but
I play rugby. I'm
he
Graham.
broke up with me on MSN.
On MSN, even?
Can you imagine? Like, I think
but dude, that's the way it was though, right? Like
yeah, but
MSN.
Imagine if he like
MSN
accidentally sent like a wink or something after, like, you know, like the little emotes, like the move, and he's like, oh shit, sorry, finger slipped.
Finger slipped.
Yeah, that was painful. My first time I got broken up with, and I listened to Avril Lavigne on repeat after that.
Oh, dude. I mean, like, but what else is there to do in this world? But you have to listen to Avril Lavigne, like.
That is so true. What a queen. I feel like every girl, I was having this conversation with my roommate, I feel like every guy
also had an Avril Lavigne phase.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. I had a huge Avril Lavigne phase. I'm not ashamed of my Avril Lavigne love. I mean, dude.
I still love her.
Yeah, still. Okay,
I'm not into her new music.
Yeah, but I feel like that's everyone on the planet, except for like the diehard Avril Lavigne fans. Okay.
My cousin's like a massive Avril Lavigne fan.
Slightly off topic from the dating thing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear the conspiracy theory that Avril Lavigne is a clone?
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of this? Mm-hmm. You've actually heard of this conspiracy theory?
Yeah, I believe it.
Actually.
No.
like you were so convicted, you were like, I believe it.
Absolutely. No, I don't. But I mean, they say that about a bunch of celebrities, that they just clone these people. It's like, do you not think we would have known about it by now if they were cloning technology?
The thing is that would you?
Well, they cloned that lamb, didn't they? What was it
Yeah,
called?
but that thing died after 10 minutes of being alive or whatever, right?
So,
I know what you're talking about.
How are they going to clone a whole new person?
Well, I mean, how... What if you didn't know about technology? I don't believe it. To disclose, I don't believe it, but it's like... I did watch a video on it, and the argument was fairly compelling. Like there is evidence. I think it's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
But unlike what might be a coincidence, Mark Zuckerberg is an alien.
He's a lizard.
He's a lizard person, dude. He just has to be. There's no way around
weird.
it.
Like,
So fucking weird,
imagine
dude.
reading that about yourself and you're just like, everyone thinks I'm a lizard.
But like I saw this video. It was like Mark Zuckerberg.
We should do a whole episode on conspiracies.
Oh, that would be a good
I think we
one.
were planning on doing that, so maybe we save that. And we'll each choose our favorite conspiracies,
true.
and then we'll hash it out.
To bring it back to relationships, I wonder like how his wife and him like how she like stands him. I thought you meant they have sex. No, I mean I think they have sex in a normal way, but I mean unless he is a lizard. If he is a lizard, then I'm very interested.
I bet he's really vanilla.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Also, a lizard
dude,
having
what
sex.
if he's fucking freaky, dude? Like what if he's my fucking Mark Zuckerberg?
He's into,
What if he's
hardcore
fucking
BDSM,
freaky? Yeah, dude. Like that would be fascinating, dude. Fucking Mark Zuckerberg.
And then
Hello,
he
guys.
sticks his little lizard
How did
tongue.
he become the fucking like social network guy? Like how did he like
I don't
foster
know.
human connection? Okay, anyways, we'll move on from Mark Zuckerberg, but
yeah, I mean, gosh.
I'm just thinking about it. It's so funny.
Was your first kiss weird?
No, actually not at all.
No?
It actually was not. No. Okay, first proper kiss was not. No.
No?
First like actual like proper
How was
kiss
it?
was not weird.
What was it like? Set the scene.
Okay. We're in a park. It's late at night.
Like a playground park or like a park?
Well, we were in a playground, but it was like in Kuala Lumpur. I guess people from Malaysia, if you're watching this, KLCC Park, you know what I'm
Shout
talking
out.
You know what I'm talking about.
Where all the
So it's actually
teens
kind of,
hooked up.
it literally is.
Is
actually.
it?
It literally actually
How
is.
old
But
were you?
I was 16.
Oh.
First, like proper kiss, I was 16.
Yeah.
And we were in a park. And like we had I think 2 dates already, and then summer holiday was about to start, and I was gonna go overseas. This was the same toxic relationship, by the way. Of like, this was the same one.
Aww.
And yeah, it was actually pretty romantic, and it wasn't awkward at all. Actually, surprisingly.
That's nice. My first
it
kiss
wasn't bad. It actually was not bad.
My first kiss made me not want to kiss because I was like, this is awful. Like
I've heard that a lot.
It was like a washing machine. So I was a drama kid.
I was also a drama kid as well.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
And
I think you have to be a drama kid to start a podcast. Right?
Yeah.
You have to be
you
like
hearing
like
yourself talk.
like a music person or like a drama kid or some kind of. I mean, we are art students. It's our calling.
That makes sense.
So I mean.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. So it was after we'd done our final show of Annie, and we were sat like.
Just to clarify, is that the one with Michael Jackson? Like, Annie, are you okay? No. Okay, no.
It's Annie, like a little orphan, like curly-haired orphan.
Annie,
who gets adopted by like a millionaire.
Are you okay, Annie?
It was a musical. It wasn't. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's so funny. No, he was. So yeah, it's about a little orphan girl and then a millionaire like.
Oh, that's weird with Michael Jackson. So if the little orphan girl, okay.
He didn't.
Yikes! Okay, continue.
Oh, so funny. And we were sat on like the wing of the stage, and we were like, "Oh, I can't believe it's over."
I'm picturing it already. And like you guys just had your performance. Were you still in outfit?
I was. Yeah, so I
You're
was
still in outfit.
Yeah, so he was.
I'm picturing it already.
He was Mr. Warbucks, so he was wearing like a suit.
And were you Annie?
No, I wasn't Annie. Not this time. I couldn't hit the high note, and tomorrow was very devastating. I don't like to talk about it. I'm kidding. But so I was an orphan though, so I had like mud on my face, like eyeshadow for mud and stuff, and like the makeup was spectacular. I had my hair in like pigtails.
So were you like a proper character, or were you like a
I was Molly, so I was like supposed to be the youngest orphan because I'm about 2 feet tall, so it worked for the casting. But then so we're sat there, and I can, when you can tell someone's gonna kiss you, and they kind of like keep looking at you, and they're waiting for you to look at them, and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna kiss me. I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm only 13. Like, I'm not ready for my first kiss.
All right. Okay, I mean,
that is very young.
I don't I think that's normal. I think I was just very late.
Maybe. Yeah.
I think I was just very late,
but
to be
so
honest.
he turns to me and he just tongue first was just like, oh, like a freaking
he went straight for the tongue, bro.
Yeah, I was like, where did you learn how to kiss? And I was like, this is disgusting.
He went straight for the tongue, dude.
Yeah, I broke up with him shortly after because
so you guys dated even? It turned into like a thing or what?
Well, we were dating for like a month.
Oh, so it's like dating. Okay.
Yeah, we dated for like a month. It was very sweet though. He decorated my locker in all blue things, like for our month.
But did you like blue or did
I liked blue?
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I still to this day don't know how he got in my locker though. Because he I guess found out the combination and
he must have asked a friend of yours who somehow knew it for
my
whatever
friends
reason.
didn't know it, so to this day I'm like, I don't really trust that man.
Was it an obvious combination lock or what?
No, it's like a regular one that you get from the shop that it's
so it's like a random one.
Yeah, I think it was like 36.
I'm sure
I don't remember it.
Did you have a key for it, like an emergency key?
No, it was no. I don't know how.
Okay, well then I have no idea.
Like I was a bit creeped out, if anything. So then I was like, also like it was like for our 1 month together, and he like decorated my locker and like streamers and stuff, and I was like, it's only been a month, like chill. He was really nice though, and I was a bit.
Is that how you felt at the time, or so you didn't like it? You thought it was too much.
No, I hate that. I hate. Like cheesy over the top stuff like that.
Even now, or like
even now, I'm like, ugh, like get away from me. Like that's like what you like me. That's disgusting. Keep that to yourself. But that's actually funny. I was talking about love languages with someone the other day. Are you familiar? So there's like 5 love languages. So it's like how you show love and how you want to receive love.
Love languages.
So there's physical touch.
Okay.
So you like just like hugging, touching. There's gifting, where it's like you like to receive like presents and be shown that you're loved in that way. Okay. There's words of affirmation, when someone's like, you've done a great job today. I'm really proud of you. Like you're the best. Like you're so cool. There's acts of kindness. Okay. So it's like if you know someone's stressed for an exam, you might go get a coffee and like give it to them and be like, oh, I thought of you. Or like you might make them a playlist on Spotify because you're like, oh, this is like I thought of you, and so
this is so interesting.
And then there's another one, I can't remember what it is, but
it's so interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, mine's physical touch. I'm like super into just like when I like someone, I always have to be like touching them somehow. I think for me it's acts of kindness. It sounds so dirty, but
I think it's acts of kindness for me.
Yeah.
Like I really appreciate it if it's like we didn't even talk and I'm just doing something, and then like Nico will like bring me something like cute and small. I'm like,
it's like, oh, you thought of me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like that. I really like that. That's my. I would definitely say it's actually. That's so interesting. I've never heard of this before.
No, it's. Wow. I think it's like relatively new. You can take like a quiz online to do it and find out. Wow. Yeah. And it like breaks it down into percentages. So you might not be fully like one. You might.
So it's like the personality test thing. I don't know if you've heard of it. Like where it's like. You get like a
16 personalities.
Yeah, but like and you get like a 4-letter word or something like that to like describe what you are.
Yeah, I'm the campaigner. Do you know what yours is?
No, I think diplomat or something like that. I think something like that. I can't remember actually.
Yeah.
I did it a long time. I feel like honestly though, if I were to do it now, I'd have a totally different result to when I did it back then.
I feel like
I think I have a completely different result.
I've done it like a few times and I get the same result every time.
But like over what amount of time? Because when I did it, I was like
years apart. So the first time I did it was like in high school in first year, and then like year 10, so I was like 15, and I did it in my last year of high school, so I was like 17, 18, and I.
Do you think you would have it the same now?
I did it recently and it was the same result.
Wow.
So
because I think I would have a completely different result from when I was. Because I did it when I was like 17, 18, I think. So I think I would have a completely different result right now, actually. Now that I'm 21. I think it would be completely different. Yeah, actually, good. Actually, I kind of want to try that again sometime. I'm actually curious to see.
Yeah, see like
to see if it's any different.
Yeah.
I suspect it would be different. But...
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like my mum's the type of person that it changes every time she does it. even if she's like doing it in one session, like she was like, oh, I don't want that one, that isn't me, so I'll take it again, and then it's like not her either. So she's like, but you're supposed to take it. You're supposed to take it like super honestly, and so you might not like the answers you're putting in, but I mean, ultimately,
the thing is, I feel like honesty is subjective to some extent, right? Like
oh yeah,
I don't know if I'm full of shit, because like, okay, what is honest? It's like it's I think that's difficult to pinpoint.
I think when it's about yourself as well, because it's like, what am I versus how other people see me.
But what if you don't know? But like, what if you're somewhere in between? Because I did it a couple times, and like, and I would get like close to the same result, but sometimes like slightly different.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think you, like, I guess being honest with yourself is not, again, not doing what you would like to see on the result page. It's like, it's what's real. But it's also hard to determine what you want always, or like what you're like always.
Or like, because they give you scenarios, and then it's like, well, I don't know how I would act in that situation actually. You know? Yeah,
and like sometimes you would, I guess if it's scenario, sometimes you would answer one thing at a certain time, and what if you're in like in a different mood, you might answer something else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting. Have you had any disaster Tinder stories? We never actually asked.
Disaster Tinder stories?
Because we had me, but we never actually asked you if you've had any bad ones.
I haven't. Like,
actually not.
I usually just... I'm very good, like, judge of character. So if I know, like, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to vibe with this person.
But have you ever had a situation where, like, okay, aside from Dominic, but...
Don't talk to me about that. It's a sore subject.
It's still, like, fresh. The wound is still open. It hasn't healed. It's been festering this whole time.
He could be, like, a massive drug addict by now, and I'm just, like, romanticizing
him.
Fuck,
what if Dominic's dead by now, dude?
Fuck, man. That's really sad.
The thing is, you don't know.
I don't know. I hope he's not. He was a nice
Dominic,
guy.
if you're out there, reach out, okay? We're worried about you. We're worried about you.
I'm single.
Now's the time, dude. It's the full circle. It's the full circle. You have to connect back.
Oh my god, no. That would be horrendous. Like...
Well, I mean, you say that, but like...
There are tons of people who like date and then they break up for whatever reason, like timing-wise, and then they get back together like years later.
True, but
it's a thing.
Is that ever successful?
Yeah, there are tons of stories about people like getting married. Like they like dated in high school maybe, and then someone moved away for college, and then they like reconnect like years later.
That sounds like something that sounds good on paper, but that's really like a bad idea in practice.
Do you think? Why?
I just feel like, okay, you could argue one. There are different people by the time they reconnect. They've matured a lot, so...
It's probably a good thing, though.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But at the same time, fundamentally, when you broke up the first time, one, the history is there. I feel like depending on what you broke up for could really be the deciding factor in this kind of situation.
Like if someone cheated.
If someone cheated, for example, like in a really bad way, like that will stick with you regardless of whether or not it's like...
You probably won't fully trust them after that. And
that's
trust
the thing.
is a huge thing
That's probably the most important thing of all, I would say.
Absolutely.
Like, the thing is that even if you push it back as far as you want, the fact is you were really hurt about it at some point, right? So it's going to be somewhere in the back of your mind, I feel like. Even if you don't want to, like, acknowledge it to anyone.
Yeah.
It is there, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I would think that... Okay, but let's say it was just... normal breakup, there was no cheating, whatever, you guys just...
It just wasn't working.
It just wasn't working, you guys might be fighting too much or whatever, whatever, you broke up. Then I don't know, because...
That would be so sweet. Be so romantic. I mean, because it's not like I have any history with Dominic. We dated at like... I was obsessed with him.
Dominic would probably be like, who?
He probably would, actually.
Jen
and
who?
That hurts. He's like,
Jen who?
Jen who?
Who?
Oh, that's so embarrassing, actually, if that's the case. He's like, that's not me, and it is him. Ow.
Oh, it can't be me. What if there's like a whole bunch of Dominics watching this right now, and they're like,
maybe I should specify. It was in Milton Keynes, some preschool. I don't know the name of it.
Oh, we've got a whole bunch of broken-hearted Dominics now
Hit me up. If you were 98, well, born 98, I assume, you might be the one. Please.
Please.
No, I'm super happy being single right now. Like, I need this time on my own, I think, because I was in a 2-year relationship. So I'm happy being single. Just moving, meeting new people is fun as well.
Yeah, I guess there's no pressure at all, right? Like you don't have to think to yourself like, oh, whatever, whoever at home or whatever, or like my boyfriend, like,
Yeah. It's like you have to think of someone else like constantly. Because I mean, if you're like, if you're thinking about like what to do for dinner, you're like, okay, is Nicole home?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like,
just go out with friends?
It's like a constant conversation. It's always like, okay, is Nicole home? Like, are we gonna organize dinner together? It's like, does she have dinner plans? Like, do I have plans for tonight or whatever? It's stuff like that, and you don't really have to think about that when you're single.
I saw a funny meme that was like, growing up is just constantly deciding what to eat. Like, to the day you die.
I think that's so accurate.
Yeah. It's like,
when am I going to eat? I think that's actually painfully accurate.
It's very sad. Also,
because when you're, because when you're a kid, you're just like, my meal is decided for me.
You're like, Mom, what's for dinner?
Yeah, it actually is kind of crazy. That statement is so true that it's kind of got me like,
it's kind of fucked, hey?
It is indeed pretty fucked, actually.
Damn, what a time. Oh.
Yeah, it's actually fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a bit of a detour from, but not even really. Like, it's just like how like serious things felt back then. Like as like a high school person, or like a high school person, like a high school kid, or like a primary kid, and you have like the girl that you like, or the guy, or whatever.
It feels like the end of the world.
Versus now, where it's like, it's such like minor drama.
Yeah. Like,
I feel like, I mean, I guess relationships
completely
are
different
depending on the situation.
Conversations and arguments, like, completely.
For everything.
I don't even know what I'd argue about in like with my high school boyfriend. Like,
like looking back, it would be so trivial that it's like, why is this even like a discussion?
It's like, oh, you were talking to this person.
Yeah, like that's just not the kind of thing that like people would like at our age would argue about. Like,
no, you wouldn't, not at all.
At least, okay, perhaps that's a bit excluding. Like, it's assuming that you're in like a fairly healthy relationship, fairly like kind of transparent situation.
Yeah.
If you're like in a toxic situation, then I guess
that's true.
I don't know. I guess maybe that might still be a situation, but but generally speaking, I feel like back then it was like, I don't know, just like things that are so stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have any like deal breakers in a
relationship?
Oh,
quite a few.
Yeah. Are you a bit picky?
The biggest one is that you have to like animals.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like dogs and cats minimum.
Yeah.
I like you have to like animals. Like for me, if you don't like animals, sorry, dude.
I think that's
just
like
gonna work out.
That's a very common thing. Like even with friends, like
I guess
I don't want to hang out with someone that hates animals. Like, why do you hate animals?
I think this is a bit controversial, but also cigarettes. I don't like cigarettes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's a bit controversial. I think a lot of people smoke, especially
in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands, okay, like weed. Okay, weed is fine. I mean, if you smoke weed, you do what you gotta do. But like,
what you need to do.
But like, I mean, like, I'd be a bit of a hypocrite, I guess. But cigarettes is like, I think it's
the smell.
The stank is always there.
It stays on like, everything.
It's like that's the one thing that I hate about like hanging out with people in general, is that like I always come home and I know I'm gonna smell like fucking cigarettes always. Yeah. Like it's no one's fault. It's just like, I don't know.
It's just not very. It's not a nice smell.
It's just not a nice smell. It's no one's fault necessarily. It's just like
no
kind
one's at fault here.
No one's at fault. It's just how it is. I mean, like, I don't know. Cigarettes is the one thing that's like maybe a little bit controversial. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I hate people that smoke. That's not the case.
No.
I don't mind if people
I don't
smoke.
hate it. Like I think 90% of my friends smoke, I would say.
Oh,
I feel like most of the time I'm the only one there who's like not smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing for sure. Well, you're healthier. You won't have yellow teeth.
Yeah, but I drink though.
Yeah, but they also drink.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's
So they're
true.
doing like
I guess that's true. I guess that's
bad.
true. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Double bad. They're doing the double bad.
Oh my god, I was choked. They
They're
are
do-
though.
They're doing the double bad.
Mom, they're doing the double bad. What does
Yeah.
this mean?
Oh man.
I think I'm trying to think if I have any like crazy deal breakers. I think like racist and sexist.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Like,
I
for sure.
assumed that as a given. Like I took that as a given.
Some
I would
people
not
just see that as like, oh, we just have different thoughts on things.
I would
I'm like,
not. No, absolutely.
They're not negotiable.
No, okay, yeah. For me, that's not like that's why I didn't say it because I thought that's just like, of course, I'm not dating someone like that. Like I would just be highly uncomfortable for sure.
Yeah.
So not a chance. No.
I also like people who love learning, like who continue to want to learn. Because there are people that generally just go through life and they're like, I don't mind not knowing things. I'll learn it on the way. Rather than just like...
Okay.
Like if they don't know an answer to a question, they're like, oh, I don't know. I'll Google that. I want to learn about it.
So like curious people.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any other deal breakers. I think the biggest ones really, like you have to like animals, no smoking. I mean, you can. I mean, like, is it a deal breaker? But would I actually like not date someone because they're a smoker?
Some people would. Like, some people would be like, yeah, no, that's
I
a big
think
no-no
for me, it's close.
Yeah, it's
I
not
would
a
say.
deal breaker for me.
I think it's close. Maybe a deal breaker is harsh. I think it's close.
Yeah.
It would be like a very big consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I would have to restrain myself from like being like, oh, don't smoke here or whatever. And like, I can just imagine that it would be like a point of contention at some point. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of.
I get that. Some people really just hate smoking. Like, I get it.
But like, I don't hate smoking though, because like I hang around with like I said, most of my friends do smoke. So it's like, so it's not that I hate it. It's just that I hate like the smell that it leaves afterwards. In the moment, I don't care about cigarette smoke.
That's so true. It's like the actual smell of it.
In the moment, it's one thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
The problem is that like
it's when it like stays on your clothes.
It's like I come home and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna check my clothes. Yeah.
I mean, I have long hair, so it stays in my hair too.
Yeah, like it gets in the beard, dude. It literally gets in the beard.
And you smell that.
It literally gets in the beard. Like I can literally actually smell it in the beard. It's a problem. It's a real problem. It actually does happen.
That's horrible. Because, I mean, oh, that's stupid. I was going to be like, well, you can't really wash a beard, but yes, of course you can.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do wash my beard, in case you're wondering.
But you wouldn't, like, put shampoo in it.
I sure as fuck put shampoo in it.
Do you? I didn't know. I probably would.
Well, I need to actually get myself special beard shampoo, which does exist. But
I guess it's softer.
Yeah, it's more gentle on the beard, so it's more gentle, because, like, your scalp is used to chemicals and shampoo, etc. But like your chin and beard, it's not necessarily. So
yeah.
So you're supposed to use proper shampoo, but that I feel like really only applies if you're first growing a beard. Like I feel like where I am, beard shampoo is. normal shampoo
You've
is
got
okay.
A great beard going.
But I feel like it is very. It's a little bit too bushy. I think it needs a little bit of a little bit of work, but
a little bit of love.
But yeah. I do very much clean the beard because there's a lot of food gets in there, like all kinds of shit gets in here. It's a real problem. Like, so it requires maintenance for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I have like I don't really like blonde guys. Like today, I'm
Nico,
not attracted to them at all.
Nico would not agree with you more. Like she hates blonde guys. Absolutely.
I don't like them.
Like
I don't hate the people. I just.
It's not about the people, but it's about like. Yeah.
I'm just not attracted to
Nicole as well.
Dark hair, dark eyes.
Yeah, Nico absolutely is also like
no. It's I don't know why. It's like it feels very like childlike.
Do you reckon it's
kids, like when they're younger have like lighter
Do you reckon
hair?
it's like because you live in the Netherlands as well, you've seen like a lot of guys here are like blonde, blue eyes.
I hate it.
Yeah, I think like one like is that offensive? I don't know. I was gonna say like a lot of guys in the Netherlands kind of have like the similar kind of look going on with like
that's
blonde,
so true.
like kind of shortish hair, slicked back with gel.
Oh, the gel! I can't stand the gel.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's wet. It looks wet. I don't like it. Like, dry your hair. Oh, wait, it's
Although,
gel.
having said that, in their defense, I'm sure that there are a lot of people who do exactly like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I would imagine
I'm
as
sure.
well, right?
It's just not my cup of tea.
I don't know. I mean, I can't really comment. I mean, I'm a guy myself.
Do you prefer brunettes? I feel like it's such a thing when guys are younger, they prefer blondes, then as they get older, they prefer brunettes.
Honestly, when it comes to girls, I think I'm pretty neutral.
Fair enough.
On hair color. Like,
how do you feel about like coloured hair, like fake coloured hair, like red or blue or green?
Depends if it looks good. Like
some people can really pull it off.
Like that's the thing. If you can pull it off and your hair is not like thinning out as a result of it, if like over dyeing or whatever like that, like if it's just like dyed and it looks good, you know, like
move.
We move. Yeah, we move.
It's good. We like it.
Then like it's good. Like I don't actually mind at all.
That's fair.
Honestly,
there are some people who can really pull off like the crazy colors, and then some people
that's
just
the thing,
can't.
right?
Like I can't.
Exactly. I've seen it on both sides where it's like, oh, wow, that really does look really good on you, but then the other side it's like, that not a good look. Sorry.
Probably
yeah. I mean, it's not. I don't even know how much it is about. Like, probably shouldn't. It's just kind of like
not my cup of tea.
Not my cup of tea. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
I think the dye gets on the pillow too, like at night. Like, I remember I went through a little crazy phase.
Are we entering the bro science dimension, or is this legit?
No, personal experience.
Personal experience. Okay.
So in first year of university, I was like, I'm out of control. I'm gonna dye my hair. I did it blue. And it eventually faded.
You had blue hair?
Do you remember that? It was only there for like a month.
It was not long. If you had blue hair, it did not. I mean, okay, hold on.
It was horrible.
Vague remembering occurring.
It was horrible, and because it was meant to be semi-permanent, so it was meant to wash out in like 10 washes. It didn't. It stained my hair, and then I had green hair. And me and my friend Fleur like spent like hours putting ketchup in my hair, baking soda in my hair, like vitamin C washes because they like strip the color away, and I was just left with green hair, and it looked horrible on me.
When did it go away?
Well, I had to dye it dark. Remember, I had my dark brown hair.
Yeah, I remember the dark brown hair.
Yeah, because that was bad too. It was too dark on my pale skin. I looked gothic.
So is this your natural hair then? More or less.
The top is, but it's blonde at the bottom.
So it's like bleached kind of on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
But I like did it, and then I rang my mum, and I was like, "What do you think?" And she was like, "It's horrible. Get rid of it right now." And I was like, "Okay."
What was that?
We were meant to be going home for Christmas and like have pictures taken. And what?
No. But I mean, what was that?
What was
you did a.
Oh, I tapped it.
Why?
I don't know.
Is that a thing? Like I'm sorry, it just fascinated me. I was like, you were talking.
The can.
Yeah. Okay. So for our audio listeners, audio. All audio people. There's no
audio viewers.
For our audio only audience.
I tapped the top of the can before I opened it.
Yeah, and it.
I think it gets rid of like bubbles. So it doesn't.
Is that like a thing?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Do you do this every time?
Yeah.
How did I miss this earlier?
That's why I was so confused. I was like, "What is happening?"
It just shocked me. I was just like, "What on earth is like with the tapping?"
I don't know. It just stops the bubbles. I think, like, because sometimes when you open a can, it like fizzes over. It doesn't. I don't think it does that when you tap it. I don't know. I'm probably making this up, and it's probably useless. But yeah. So,
okay.
You were looking at me like I had 3 heads.
Dude, I don't know why. I just found it fascinating. It's like a. It's so interesting. I don't know. What were you even saying? I'm so sorry. I completely disturbed your like flow of conversation.
I was talking about how like I rang my mum after I did it, and she was like, "Yeah, get rid of it right now."
Oh, after the dark hair.
Yeah, and that's when I had to dye my hair dark. Because
that's when you had like, okay.
Yeah, we were going home for Christmas. My mum was like, "You'll ruin the pictures with your green hair," and I'm like, honestly, fair enough. It did look very
that's
bad.
Kind of
It looked horrible.
You were like, I see what you mean.
It was literally our friend Scott. He called me Seaweed Queen for like months after that. He still does every now and then.
What a fucking savage.
Yeah, that's fun. We have like that banter relationship though. I need that when I'm in a relationship with someone. I have to have
You
banter
need to have
with
the
them.
banter.
I have to be able to poke fun at them and for them not to get like, well, why would you say that? Like,
Yeah.
shut up. But if someone's funnier than me, it hurts my feelings. I'm like, this
So
is
you
the
need the
only
balance.
thing I have going for me.
You need like the good balance, like someone who is on your same level of like comedy or just below.
Yeah. I mean, I need them to have like
A good sense of humor.
Oh, I was chatting to a guy and he was sending me memes that were like boomer memes. Like they just weren't funny. They were like those pictures and they had like the blocky text on them and I was like, I can't.
The image filled my head because I've got a friend who posted one of those recently and I'm like, what is this, 2010? Like,
it's like, oh, it's just not funny.
we need the updated memes with like the picture and then like in like small text with like the white background and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Modern memes.
modern memes.
Modern memes. Yeah.
No, but it's so true. Like it's such a turn off when they're just like not up to date on memes. And
They have to be meme lords,
so
dude.
ridiculous. No, meme lord.
Okay, so meme lord is too far. So the step before you
if people are
you
like,
have to be competent in your meme understanding, is what you're saying.
Exactly, and like use them wisely and in good context.
Don't overuse the meme.
Exactly. Yeah,
I can't see how that would be a problem.
Balance. Because if someone's just like, oh, I'm gonna like quote
this
old meme all the time. I can't even think of a specific example, but I'm just like, oh, stop it.
This actually reminds me of like my like pickup line that I would bust out every time on Tinder. It was always the same thing.
What was it?
I had this 3-step plan. Okay, I guess to round off the podcast as we reach the end.
Yeah.
I had this 3-step plan, and step 1, and like the thing is like what I noticed is that saying hi is not the way to do it, right?
No.
Because
it's boring.
These people get like a lot of people just saying hi or hey or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I made this urgency to it where I was like, listen, I really need your urgent attention right now. And I would like list like these stupid things like rate this dog on a cuteness scale of 1 to 10.
That's fun.
Something like that. And like after that, it was something like, okay, what are the chances of me getting your number or something like that, or taking you out to drinks or something like that.
Ah, that's good. That's really good.
It actually improved the success rate of like getting like a text back by like literally like 100%.
So it's like we need something. Really give me something to talk about.
Because anyone can just say hi.
Yeah, exactly. You know? That's like boring. You're showing me a boring personality already.
Yeah, man, you gotta be creative.
That scared me. Did you hear that? I think your radiator turned on or something.
Did it actually?
I don't know. It like made a zzz.
I also heard something over there. Well, I guess we should round it off.
Yes. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Fuck off.
Yeah, so you should be able to find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
And YouTube, hopefully soon.
Yes. In theory, when you're watching this, it should be YouTube ready. Hopefully.
Should be. Yeah,
hopefully.
It won't take that long to set up.
No, it shouldn't. And one more thing I wanted to mention, which is, yes, we're changing the schedule.
Yes, we are. So previously we were doing, we were going to release a podcast once every 2 weeks, and now we're going to do it weekly.
Yep.
Because we have the time.
It's going to be a weekly thing. Like the reality is that it's very doable. I think we really like doing it. So I think, and that's largely due to your encouragement as well. We've gotten some, like as we mentioned in the beginning, we've got a lot of positive feedback. So
yeah, it was awesome. So keep showing us love, keep sharing us.
Yeah.
Don't forget to rate us on Apple Podcasts if you do like it. Please don't be mean, but constructive criticism is also always welcome.
If you need to be mean, be mean. But if you can avoid it, thanks.
Just don't make me cry. That's all I ask.
Don't make Jen cry. That would be unfortunate. But thanks for joining us, and
see you next time.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.